on OK. Click on OK. Today first concept to constructor. Today first concept to constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is something. Is something. Constructor is something which is used for. Which is used for constructing. Which is used for constructing an object. Constructing an object very easily. Very easily. Very easily. Simple. Constructor is something which is used for constructing an object very easily. Constructor is something which is used for constructing an object very easily. Syntax. Modifier. What is modifier? What is modifier?
Access modifier, sir.
Yes. Access
Private
modifier.
public.
Yeah, yes.
Private
Yes.
private public protector.
Yes. Data type. Argument 1. Data type space argument 1 comma data type argument 2. Argument 1 and argument 2. Open the function bracket and declare here property name, property name, property name 1 equal to argument 1, argument 1, property, property name 2 equal to argument 2, argument 2. So example, example, public modifier, class name, for example I am writing boy, public boy. So property name, for example name, I am taking name, it should be cap string n, we write simple n. I am giving alias name n, string color, string I game, I game means interested game, comma string COS class of study, bracket opens. So what is name equal to n and C color equal to C. Color equal to C and I game equal to interested game. No space, we can use underscores equal to I game. I game. Next COS class of study. Class of study equal to COS. Like we will write. Close. This is the constructor. Constructor is something which is used for constructing an object very easily. Syntax: modifier, class name, data type argument 1, data type argument 2, data type argument 3, data type argument 4. Just four arguments. Data type argument, just like we can write number of arguments. So property 1 equal to argument 1, property 2 equal to argument 2. So property 1 equal to argument 1, and argument property 2 equal to argument 2. So example: public boy string n string c string I game string cos. What is n? Name. What is c? Color. I game, interested game. Class study cos. Like we can write, this is the constructor. So constructor is something which is used for constructing an object very easily we can construct the objects. Okay, that is the concept. You want example? Just this is enough, more than enough. This is the constructor. So we can just compulsory we should mention the data type and argument. Data type argument, data type argument, right? This updated notes I will send you today, right? Next concept. So how to get the data from Excel sheet?
What is the main use of constructor, sir? Why we use constructor for
Just to,
this Java testing program?
if you want to store number of properties, then we can use number of properties like arguments. Number of properties means arguments. So number of arguments, if you want to store, that time we will use at a time only string, only public boy in the modifier class name. In the here we are storing four properties, right? One is name, color, and interested game, class of study. We are storing at a time only single line. We are storing all the properties. Otherwise, we should write public string I game, public string color, public string class of study, public string interested game. So we should write four lines. Okay.
Okay.
That's the reason we are creating constructing. Simple. Just if you want, yeah, no need to write four line. Within only one line, we can write all the properties. Okay, that's the reason. That's the reason we will use this constructor concept. See, in the notes already I mentioned. So here observe carefully. Uh, if you don't know constructor concept, then you should mention public string name, public string color, public string I game, public string class of study. So at a time we can give the constructor b1 new boy. B1 means reference name. B1 equal to new boy Suresh, y2 cricket second class. Suresh name, y2 color, cricket interested game, and second class of study second class. Just we can create the number of objects, and we can write the we can store the properties at a time. So this is called parameterized constructor. This is called parameterized constructor. So at a time we can create the objects, and we can allocate it in the memory location. So this is the constructor concept newly I added in the class. But so in future also I will teach you later, not first class. In the first class I will not teach this concept, so I will keep in last. Cut. In our notes also we have constructor concept. Yeah. So constructor is something which is used for constructing an object very easily. Syntax. Oh, okay. Already we have. I don't know. Save. Right. Next concept: how to get the data from Excel sheet. How to get the data from Excel sheet. How to get the data from Excel sheet. Have data in Excel sheet, madam. Have data in Excel sheet. So for example, Sudha. In the Sudha, I have data. Four lines of data I have. Four lines of data I have. 4 lines of data I have. So I want to get the data from Excel sheet. Today concept to how to get the data from Excel sheet. I am getting the data only. I am not doing any operations. First I am getting the data from Excel sheet. How to get the data from Excel sheet? Today first concept. If you want to know this concept, first of all you should know we should add POI files. If you want to work with Excel sheet compulsory, we should add POI files. We should add POI files. How to add POI files we will discuss now. So I have data in Excel sheet in the desktop. I have data. So I want to get the data from Excel sheet. So go to oh, Eclipse. Selenium lifecycle already we have great Shabash. Right. I have Excel sheet. First of all, you should know some methods. First, we need to add the POI files. How to add the POI files? I have POI files in the just these are the POI files. POI. So if we want to work with Excel sheet compulsory, we should add these POI files. How to add POI files? To the first concept, how to add POI files. If we want to work with Excel sheet compulsory, we should add POI files. So right click on project, go to properties, Java build path, libraries, add external jars, and choosing POI files. Desktop, AkhilReddy main folder, go to POI. So add these POI files. If you want to work with Excel sheet compulsory, we should have add POI files. Then only we can able to work with Excel sheet. Otherwise, we can't. All right. So I configure to POI
Which
file.
Excel, sir?
Huh?
Sir, which Excel will be working in this?
Oh, Excel.
2007.
Oh, no. If it is any Excel file,
Okay.
any version, there is no restriction like.
Okay, sir.
If it is database, the version compulsory. So for example, if you want to work with any database, so if some databases will support, some databases will not support, but if it is Excel, there is no restrictions like that. So if it is database like 2007, 2010, 2012, so this database is very important, but Excel file there is no restriction,
Okay.
right? So first, if you want to work with Excel file, first we should know get sheet index method, get sheet index method, get sheet index method, get sheet index method, get sheet index method. This method is used for getting the sheet index, getting the index of any sheet by providing the sheet name. So if you want to get the index, so compulsory we should provide the sheet name. Why we need to provide the sheet name? Why sheet name? Why we here I'm mentioning get sheet index. Index means index to start with 0. Get sheet index. In Excel sheet we have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. We have 3 sheets in the Excel sheet. So if you want to get the index of the sheet, so compulsory we will use get sheet index method. This method is used for getting the index of any sheet by providing the sheet name. Next, get last row number. Get last row number. So this method is used for getting the last row number in the sheet. Here count start with 0. Row count start with 0 here. So if it is dynamic in web table, row count start with 1, cell count start with 0. This is the Excel sheet. So quite opposite. Here row count start with 0, cell count start with 1. This is very important. Don't forget, just don't confuse. So if it is web table, row count start with 1, cell count start with 0. If it is Excel sheet, row count start with 0, cell count start with 1. Okay, na? Don't forget, don't confuse. Right. Next. Get last row number. Get last row number. This method is used for getting the last row number in the sheet. We can get the get last row number. This method is used for getting the last row number in the sheet. Here count start with 0. Next, get last cell number. This method is used for getting the last number of cell in the row. Last number of cell in that row. Here cell count start with 1. So here remember get last row number is used for, it will focus on the particular
Row
this
number.
sheet.
Last row.
This is sheet. This is sheet. This is row. So get last row number. Get last row number. Get last row number. This method is used for getting the last row number in the sheet. 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 Here count start with 0. And get last cell number. This method is used for getting the last number of cell in that row. In that row, here here count start with 1. So if it is row count, we will focus on sheet. If it is cell count, we will focus on row. This is very, very important. Okay. Next, get sheeted method. Get sheeted method. This method is used for making Selenium to focus on the particular row based on the index. This method is used for making Selenium to focus on that row based on the index. So not only these methods, we have number of 5 methods we have in Selenium. So all are very, very useful. 5 are very, very important concept. So we will particularly we will focus on the particular cells and the rows. That time we will use these methods. Not only these methods, we have number of methods. So these are the sample methods in 5 methods. So we have number of methods available in Selenium, right? So I have data in Excel sheet. I want to get the data from Excel sheet. Already yesterday only I have completed this class. I think I have Excel. Oh my God, you save me. All right, simple, small code only. Yeah, we can complete within 1 hour only. No need to worry. I thought there is no file. That's the reason I said 2 hours it will take today. But no, I already just recently completed this one. So no need to worry. So we can complete, right? First, I am taking public static string S1. I am taking public static string S1. Okay. Now, file input stream or input stream, we can use any one. File input stream FIS, reference name equal to new file input stream, path of the file Sudha XLS. So if you have data in Excel sheet, directly we can't get into Selenium. Compulsory we should store in one workbook. So if it is any data from Excel sheet, directly we can't get the data from Excel sheet. Directly we need to store in one workbook. So here I am taking workbook WB equal to workbook factory create FIS. This logic we learned from Java, where we learned workbook WB equal to workbook factory dot create FIS.